Hello, Pamster. It's Thursday. I know what day it is. I am in the front porch. It is raining in front of me. I have the door open. And I wanted to make a video because I keep meaning to make a video, and now I'm actually doing it instead of thinking about it. I wanted to tell you about my weekend that I just had, and try and keep it within 4 minutes because it was a bit of an adventure. But okay, so starts 8:30, 9 in the morning on Saturday, and if you know me, that's not conscious hours. But I woke up, and then my oppa Scotty picked me up, and we drove to. Well, first we stopped in Red Deer for breakfast for me around noonish. 11:30ish? I can't remember. This doesn't matter. I'm doing the short version. Why am I giving all the details? Okay, stopped in Red Deer, had some lunch at like A&W, drove on past Lacombe to visit a friend, and got to meet some of the animals that they live with, and like there's 6 birds in the living room. It's a zoo. It's beautiful. I love it. And then we went to the inn back in Macomb that I thought I had made a reservation for. Turns out the website, the official like inn website, not connected to their booking services. So we don't actually have a room, and the inn is full, and all the other inns in the town are full. So we have to drive back to Red Deer, and it turns out the inn right next to the A&W had 1 room left, so we got a room. And then the next morning, we had to wake up for breakfast, so another, like, 9 a.m. wake-up time. And then we drove to Joffrey Bridge, which is on the Elk River. It's on a beautiful river. And we saw lots of birds and some evidence of fish and an aquatic worm like swimming in the water. It was really cool. And then we went up with our friend and got to meet more of the zoo, including a giant Saint Bernard named Finn. And I love him. He's perfect. And then we went fishing at a lake nearby that was stocked, and the fish didn't bite at all. But it was my first time fly fishing in real life and not a video game. And one of the fish thought about biting it. So Opa says that's a win, and he's very proud of me. And then we drove up to where my sibling lives, and we stayed the night and got ice cream, and it was very nice. And I woke up the next morning early again so I could go and take my second attempt at a driver's test. And okay, so we get there a few minutes late, too early. They want us like half an hour before the test. We get a few minutes after that. I'm anxious already. We start going through all the documents. Taya forgets to give me their license and registration, so I have to get that from them. Then it turns out, no, their insurance and registration, sorry. Their insurance, they had 2 different insurance. One was expired, one wasn't. So they had to deal with that and shred the old one. And then turns out, registration actually expired. So they had to renew that before I could even be, like, signed in. And then the instructor has me test the signal lights to make sure that all the bulbs are working. One of the bulbs is not working. So Taya has to run over to the mechanic that is thankfully right next door and be like, hi, can you can you fix one of my signal lights? And so they replace the bulb. It works perfectly. They don't even charge us for it. It's so nice. Okay, and so off we go. And to really help cement this image for you, the car, Beam is the name. It's a smart car. It's a little black smart car. It's tiny. It's beautiful. I love them. So we're navigating this like conservative, small, technically a city in the prairies here, and I'm doing really well actually. The second test going much better than the first, and I'm coming to a stop at an intersection, and Bean makes a really weird noise and starts like shuddering or something, and then stops. And like is suddenly in neutral and not drive, and then like I turn it off and I turn it on. The engine doesn't even whisper. And so I have to like put on the hazards, and we have to leave Bean in the middle of this intersection. Thankfully not like in the middle, but like right up at the intersection, stop for it. And the cars around have to like travel around this little beam. So that test was nullified. And that was money that I paid for that. But it's okay, it's experience. It was a good experience. And I kept pretty calm, so like also very good. But yeah, so and then we went back to, well, park stuck there. We got to drive back to the registry, and one of the people who works there has just like this blue convertible, and so she picked us up and drove us back. And then me and Taya had to figure out what to do, so Taya calls a neighbor who picks us up on their way to a doctor's appointment and drops us off with Bean, and we get a tow truck, and the tow truck brings it to the mechanic, and then another friend who's coming home from work picks us up and brings us back to Opa because he doesn't have a cell phone and he couldn't figure out how to connect to Taya's Wi-Fi, and so he was just like sitting there waiting for us to come back, and a normal driver's test is not 2.5 hours, so it's fine. I need time to process that whole thing, and then we have some ice cream because ice cream is, yeah, after that, absolutely, and hang out for a bit before Opa drives us back, and thankfully no more shenanigans, everything pretty simple. Stopped at Red Deer for dinner and then home. Yeah, so that was my weekend. Thanks for listening. DFTBA, my phone's almost out of storage. I love